This is my buddy Cody and his modified C5. It's got a cam and a bunch of other mods done to it. Cody will be helping me install the Texas Speed 2-inch Longtube headers and 3-inch catted X-pipe on the C7 Grand Sport Silver Reaper. But man, listen to the sound of this cam. So we have the fuel rail covers off already, removing some lines. Gonna remove a few more things from this dirty LT1, and we'll get back to you once we get it up on the lift and get under it. Start removing these manifolds here. Removing the stock spark plug wires is a real pain in the butt if you don't have the correct tools to do it, but we're using an angled, longer needle nose pliers and try to pull these spark plug wires from the right side. Left side's already out, so my boy Cody's working on this right now. There we go. All right, we got it. Extraction. 2 more to go.
Woo!
And we put it all back together.
That, man. I guess we gotta
with these protectors here. Yes, I know it says Ford. That's all we had here. Let me flip it over. Oh no, never mind. It's not as soft. Yeah, we're gonna have to suffer with this here Ford fender protector. Well, I don't know why there's so many of these fins bent on this radiator, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to fix those. Oh, whole intake's off. Baffle.
Soak the header bolts in PB Blaster.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, prior.
So they break loose easy.
Yep.
So, removing the stock downpipe hardware is kind of a freaking nightmare. Pretty much everything about this is a freaking nightmare so far, because they gorilla torqued the crap out of this stuff in the factory. But I mean, we're figuring it out as we go. Look how ugly this thing is. Ugh. Ugh. Oh yeah. Well, there's the rusty stock garbage.
Well, if I had to take the front wheels off, did you? Yeah, for the header to cat bolts. And I had 4 of them that were just in the way. Part of the, subframe and the control arms.
All right, getting the headers on. Got one seated. Only 1 bolt's in so far. And we're trying to seat both of them and start working our way back. So stay tuned. Yeah, just installing some more of the subframe brackets and linkage, stuff like that.
In order to get the passenger side header on, you have to disconnect these oil tubes coming out the right side of the transmission pan. Or so, not the transmission, the oil pan.
We had to go out and buy some more oil so we could drain it all. Just had the oil changed in this thing 3 weeks ago too. Still at 95% oil life. But it is what it is.
See, both of these are different lengths.
And make sure you disconnect your battery before you let your starter dangle, because I took a spark and a jolt to the face and knocked me right on my ass. So, lesson learned, total rookie mistake. I knew better, did it anyway, and almost welded my right eye shut.
Yeah,
just coming together.
Yeah, right now we just got the both headers just being supported with 1 bolt. for now, just so we can get up here. But yeah, I had to drain the oil just because we had to get these two oil lines disconnected.
This thing is not for the faint-hearted. It's very time-consuming. There we go. So
this link, we didn't have to do anything with the subframe. This little link right here on the passenger side. If you disconnect this, you can access the stock cat to header bolts when you're undoing them.
oh yeah, more to come. Stay tuned. So here we are. Cody's using the rubber mallet to seat the X pipe. Already put the O2 sensors in, torqued them down. Thank God for PB Blaster, because it was really easy to get off of the stock down pipes and everything. So now we're going to clamp it up and connect it to the axle back.
Make sure you put your clamps on first.
Yep, make sure you put your clamps on first. Or you're going to be taking these right back off or stretching this thing to fit it over. All right.
Looking good.
So you will be reusing the stock rubber mount and bracket. So go ahead and install that again. And then you'll use your Texas Speed or whatever header bracket. Once that's installed on these two pipes here, that's when it'll go into this rubber here and just dangle freely once it's all the way through. Okay. Well, we have everything mounted but not tightened up yet, but she is very pretty. This is a really nice looking exhaust. You can tighten all these clamps. Remember, this thing's kind of a pain in the butt. Remember, the brackets go down, not up. Okay. Which means that the long side of the X pipe is going to go on the driver's side, and the short side of the X pipe will go on the passenger side, as such. Now we're going to tighten all this up and we'll get back to you. So the obvious next step in the process, cinch down the headers as we did, torque them all down, reinstall the spark plugs, which you can see down there. After the spark plugs are reinstalled, and we're going to go ahead and install the new spark plug wires and protectors. Thank you to MSD. So the headers are done, X pipe's done, everything's done. So I ended up not installing the cold air intake from AFE due to a little bit of fitment issues. We neglected to use the rubber grommets that came on the stock grommets, so we're just going to save this for a later video. We ended up putting the stock airbox back on. Okay, cold start with the new headers. Bruh. Uh-oh. This is the point where I realized that after disconnecting the starter and the battery that the computer had to reset, so I had to get into the car and start it manually.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down! No, Michael, no!
This is the next morning at Cody's house. We had driven about a half an hour back from his father's place where the lift was, and we're going to do a actual cold start now for you and see how it sounds. It's about 25 degrees this morning, so it's actually really cold. So this is a true cold start. Well, the Reaper made it back to its lair. Shout out to all my supporters and for my bro Cody's father for allowing us to use his garage and lift. And a special thanks to Cody for doing the majority of the maintenance for me while I recorded this video. And for putting me up for the night at his place after a very long and tedious project of installing these headers after working a 12-hour shift the night before and getting no sleep in between, so as to avoid that gnarly weather that hit the East Coast just before I made it home. Also, thank you to Texas Speed for making such a quality product. Stay tuned for our next video, and please make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. We'll see you on the next one.